Atrial fib is not a nice thing to have. I've been dealing with this as long as I can remember, but it would always go undiagnosed. I would just get really down and a little depressed until the day I met Dr. Waldo. He gave me hope.
Atrial fibrillation is the most common heart rhythm disorder in the world. 1 out of 4 people will get atrial fibrillation. It causes lots of problems. It's associated with stroke, heart failure. It's associated with a higher risk of dying.
Atrial fibrillation is a disorder of the heart rhythm where the upper chambers of the heart really beat very chaotically. Probably 1/3 of all the strokes that happen because of atrial fibrillation. This is such a common heart rhythm disorder. People can look in their families and see family members with atrial fibrillation or themselves.
I teach senior fitness, and I've also been an aerobic instructor for 40 years. A lot of my bad episodes would not be during exercise, it would be laying still or at night. Your heart speeds up. Honestly, you could see my shirt moving. It's beating so fast.
It's a real burden to patients, not just because it's a serious disorder of the heart rhythm, but it also affects their lives in so many different ways.
It's just kind of life controlling. Am I going to pass out while I'm driving? I love action movies. I can't go because the loud boom, the vibration will set off a little episode. I've kind of taken back the control that it was controlling over me after talking to Dr. Waldo. Him taking his time to just tell me about his research.
The techniques that had been available until now did not permit the people who were doing the research to differentiate the problem. And we have been able to do that now. We've developed a very, very sophisticated mapping system where we can put electrodes on the heart. And we do that during open heart surgery in patients who have atrial fibrillation. And no one has been able to do that before. When we did that, we had a whole new world that we found.
He has really gotten to the point where we're all very excited that this could be the big breakthrough.
We're in between grants from the NIH. We need funding to continue operating. There are a lot of very, very good people who are applying to the NIH. It's not just in cardiology. There's a lot of people doing a lot of really good things, but there's only a limited amount of funding.
His lab is unique because there are very few laboratories around the world who are set up and dedicated to atrial fibrillation. If you were going to invest in a research endeavor that could actually change the face of a disease that affects millions, this would be worthwhile.
There has been no bullseye to go after, and we have now identified bullseyes to go after. This is going to make a remarkable difference in the treatment and prognosis in people who have atrial fibrillation.
Dr. Waldo, with his research, has given me a light at the end of the tunnel that I thought was very dark, and the light, it felt like it was dimming and going out. Now that light is shining bright because I know I've got him. He's my hero now. Dr. Waldo is my hero now.
We would be grateful for any donations that we can get, because any donation will help, because it all adds up in the end.
This is something, if you're planning to live a long time, you should really care about. We want an answer. We want an answer now.